कुछ कुछ सीखते हैं।
सीख चुके हैं।
स्क्रीन शेयर। हम थर्ड सेशन में आते हैं, सबको लगता है हमें लास्ट सेशन वाला। बैठिए तब तक इंट्रोड्यूस करें। बैठिए। Dear participants, as you know, this is the last session of this very day. After that, our next training program will start from 8th of February. Due to Saraswati Puja, now there is gap for 4 days, so that you can enjoy Saraswati Puja. As you know, today we are going to discuss a topic, and the topic is preschool teaching methodology. How to teach students who are in preschool. It means when their schooling starts, before generally we send our children to pre-primary schools, or you can say in kids play school, and there the teaching style is something different. Today our resource person is Mrs. Jagrati Thakur, who is a very good teacher, well-known teacher of this very school, and she knows well how to teach small children or kids. When you are sitting in the classroom of Jagrati Di, that time you will feel that your age is 3 to 5 years. Even you will become a child. That is the magic of her teaching. And you will just feel that very magic for next 1 hour. And whenever there is her class, everyone wants to join that very class. And there is so much enjoy, there is so much fun. That time you will feel, no, teaching and learning is the best thing that we should do in our life. And we should adopt the qualities which are present in her. And I think you will also learn a lot of things from her. Before starting her class, I would like to call Mrs. Meenu Misra ji from Arya Mission School. She is a computer teacher. Please come and honor our resource person of this very session. Please have a big clapping for her. Okay, thank you, Meenu ji. And without being late, we should enjoy this very session. Okay, now next to our Jagrati ji.
Thank you, sir. Good afternoon, everyone present here. praised me a lot. I'm also learning just. So without wasting time, I would like to come to the topic, and it's a preschool teaching methodology. See, education system of India has been belingered by English culture for more than 1,000 of years or 100, 200 years, you can say, right? And because of that, we can say that lack of feeling of self-esteem was being observed in many of the Indians. And because of this, India has started facing a lot of problems, whether no matter it's economical or financial, many kind of problems. So if we want to get back that pride and prejudice of, if we want to get back that pride and prejudice of our country, then we have to think about the new education policy that is known as national education policy, right? So that's not my topic, but you can see on the screen, when we talk about the pre-primary children, then please keep in mind that we are talking about the children who are 3 to 6 years old. Okay, so basically they are, we can say they are from nursery, LKG, UKG. Okay, this period is known as foundational stage. Later 1-2 class is added to this period too. But today we will talk about only children from 3 to 6 years old. And it's I think it's not for demo, but in this session you will be able to know some interesting fact and shocking too. It's very shocking that 90% of brain develops till the 5 years of a child. जब बच्चा 5 years तक का होता है, उसका 90% brain development हो जाता है. And the child we are talking about, that child is born to explore the world, right? The child is not born to sit in a place, on a chair or on a table and to write A to Z for strength of 1 hour or 2 hours. That child is not born for that. Okay, that child is explorer. He wants to explore the world. If you see a 6-month-old baby crawling, okay, you can see, if you will notice that child, you will be able to see that speed on which that baby crawls in order to explore the world. Okay, 6 महीने का जो बच्चा क्रॉल करता है, उसको अगर हम लोग ध्यान से देखें तो उसकी स्पीड देखिए, वो कितना जल्दी क्रॉल करता है, उसको सब कुछ जानना है. And we think that child don't know anything, and child कुछ जानना भी नहीं चाहता. And one more thing we have to keep in our mind, that he is a digital native. Okay, and he is like takes like duck to the water with digital resources like iPhone, iPad, mobile phone. Tomorrow, these children, after 10 and 20 years, these children are going to live in the world of artificial intelligence. So instead of taking back to the 19th century, okay, we should keep these things in our mind when we are going to teach that children. May I ask how many of you are here who used to teach classes of nursery, LKG and UKG in your school? Please raise your hand. If you are teaching classes, nursery, LKG or UKG at your school, please raise your hand. I just want to know that. Thank you. But we should know about the children, as we have child at our home. And as we say कि किसी भी बिल्डिंग का निर्माण, कोई भी बिल्डिंग बहुत अच्छी तब तक नहीं हो सकती जब तक उसका नींव बहुत अच्छा नहीं होता. And this is the नींव, what we call the foundation. अगर यही नहीं ठीक रहा तो हम बिल्डिंग बहुत अच्छी होगी, इंडिया बहुत अच्छा होगा, ये कल्पना नहीं कर सकते. ओके, सो ये सारी बातें हमें सोचकर बच्चे के बारे में, इन बच्चों को जब पढ़ाने जाते हैं तो ये सारी बातें, कोई भी मेथड्स जो हम सोचते हैं उनके बारे उसके पहले इन बच्चों के बारे में, इनका नेचर जानने के लिए जानना चाहिए हमें. So you must have seen kids at your home, आपने अपने घर में बच्चे आपके घर में होंगे, whether that's your child or your relatives, आपके कोई भी बच्चा घर में होगा ही. You must have seen child growing. Just it's a simple activity. Take out your pen and paper, whatever you have, and please help me to write down few of the work that a child loves to do. Child loves many things. Suppose a child loves to tear paper. बच्चे को पेपर फाड़ना बहुत अच्छा लगता है. A child loves coloring. Like that, there are many things that a child loves to do at home. बहुत सारी ऐसी चीजें हैं जो बच्चा करना बहुत पसंद करता है. प्लीज आप उसमें से कोई भी कुछ बातें आप लिखिए. आप एक एक करके बताइए मुझे कि आप प्री प्राइमरी चाइल्ड जब सोचते हैं तो उनको क्या क्या करना अच्छा लगता है, उनका नेचर कैसा होता है. क्योंकि जब हम मेथड्स के बारे में बात कर रहे हैं तो मेथड्स हमें ये जानना होगा कि वो बच्चा उसका नेचर कैसा है.
मैडम 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 अपना माइक ऑन कीजिए प्लीज.
उसके लिए उनको कोई किसी भी तरह का के स्कूल की जरूरत नहीं पड़ी है. इट्स अ मैटर ऑफ सर्वाइवल. If you look at the child who is 6 months old, you will see that there are many what we say, there are many competition between his siblings, right? And soon the child recognize how to get that thing, and to get that thing, he needs to cry. And for getting those things, the child start crying. 6 महीने के बच्चे को भी ये पता है कि उसको कोई भी सामान चाहिए, उसको क्या करना है, उसको रोना है, उसको ये रिकॉग्नाइजेशन 6 महीने में. दिस इज व्हाट आई वांट यू टू टेक अ मिनट एंड फील. 6 महीने के बच्चे को ये रिकॉग्नाइज हो जाता है कि उसको सरवाइव करने के लिए अगर उसको कोई सामान चाहिए, व्हाट शी हैज टू डू, उसको क्या करना है. Okay, so instructions are hardwired in his mind. Okay, and language is instinctive. He is an instinctive learner. He will learn the language. Okay, what he will learn that language from the environment. If suppose if a child has nanny who is staying with him, and that nanny talks in Bengali, the child will start speaking Bengali. Okay, if the child is going to play with his friends and those friends are speaking Malayalam, Telugu, the child will start speaking Telugu. We are not giving any formal teaching, or we are not teaching him any grammatical rule to speak that particular language. Okay, and moreover, the child is curious. He wants to know everything. He's playful, active, imaginative, and creative. आप खुद से सोचिए, आप किसी से भी अगर पूछा जाता है कि आपका गोल्डन पीरियड कौन सा था, everyone says that my childhood, मेरा बचपन मेरा गोल्डन पीरियड था. Why? क्यों? ऐसा क्या कर रहे थे आप बचपन में जो आपका गोल्डन पीरियड था वो? Just because, क्योंकि आप तब फ्री थे, you were free to imagine, there were many dreams in your mind, आपके दिमाग में बहुत सारे सपने थे, आप इमेजिन कर सकते थे, आप कुछ भी कर सकते थे, ठीक है, इसलिए वो गोल्डन पीरियड था. तो बच्चा ये सारी चीजें उनके पास है. Okay, he is a universal language learner. So if anyone says you that the child will start a child who is in class 5, and from that the child started learning another language and he is doing very well, it means he is misguiding you. Because you should argue and think on this, that a child by the 2 or 6 years, the child can learn 2 to 3 language. Okay, he has the ability to learn 5 to 6 words in a day. If a child is playing with, he has friends of different culture, the child will learn that language. He will pick up the pattern of that language. The language has many patterns, right? He can apply those rules and pick up the patterns. Every language has its rhythm. आप जैसे हिंदी में बात करते हैं, उसी तरह से उसी पैटर्न में आप जाकर के अगर तेलुगु बोलने लगेंगे, that will be horrible, because every language has its own pattern. हर लैंग्वेज का अपना पैटर्न है, ठीक है, हर लैंग्वेज का अपना रिदम है. तो and child picks up that pattern. When you say that child, you are not speaking anything, but that facial expression, that body language, that child pick it up. What you are trying to say him. When you tell him to shut up, don't go there. Because of the body language and the facial expression, child picks up what you are saying him. It is socio-emotional language convention. Okay. And mother tongue can be acquired grammatically by 2. This is well known to us. The child, when child enters the school by 3, he has already mastered in mother tongue. So before teaching that child, we have to keep in mind that to whom we are going to teach. The child already has these qualities. इन बच्चे के पास ये सारी qualities already हैं. So before deciding the methods that we will apply to teach the child, we have to think about this. Now, what we want from child, what are the areas we in which we want a child, we will consider that the child is fully developed. हम किसी भी बच्चे को कब ये डिसाइड करेंगे कि वो पूरा डेवलप हो चुका है? There are few areas which help us to decide, like what in national education policy, we focus on holistic development of a child, right? हम लोग होलिस्टिक डेवलपमेंट की बात करते हैं नेशनल एजुकेशन पॉलिसी में. देन what is this holistic development? If a child plays very well, he knows how to throw the ball, his muscles are fully grown, then will we consider that the child is fully developed? हम बताएंगे कि वो बच्चा पूरा डेवलप हो चुका क्योंकि वो अच्छा उसका फिजिकल डेवलपमेंट हो चुका है? नहीं. No. These are the 5 domains, 5 areas where when the child will develop, then we will say that the child is fully developed. Like physical development and motor development, it's the gross motor development and fine motor development comes under it. Gross motor development में जब हमारा muscles, बड़ा muscles like muscles of our leg, muscles of our hand, जब वो develop होता है, when we throw something, we are using our full hand. Okay, the whole muscles are working with in that process. So that the kind of development comes under gross motor development. But when we are using our finger, when we are doing some activities with the help of our finger, then the muscles of our fingers are developing. So this kind of development is known as fine motor development. Okay, so there are many works that we use to practice, and many activities that we use to practice for the fine motor and gross motor development that we all are practicing at our school. And then comes cognitive development. The develop is the for that what you have to do. It's for small kids. You have to think about their visual discrimination. What you have to do for that? You can give them the different picture. Give 2 pictures of a horse. आप 2 pictures, same picture दीजिए horse का, and give a picture of a duck. तीसरा picture एक duck का दे देते हैं. So what will happen? If the child picks up that the duck is different in this column, इसमें duck different है, means his visual discrimination is okay. Okay. Then sound discrimination के लिए भी same हम यही करेंगे. किसी भी एनिमल का अगर साउंड देते हैं बाव बाव meow बाव बाव, which sound was different? The sound of cat, right? The different sound was sound of cat. You can give sound of different animals, or let the child gives different sound of different animals. See, this child loves to laugh. Okay. जो 3 से 6 साल के बच्चे हमारे पास आते हैं, उनको हंसना बहुत पसंद होता है. These things में आपके लिए ये लगता होगा कि it's so boring, कोई काम का नहीं है, it's wastage of time, but बच्चे के लिए वो बहुत hilarious है. The child enjoys that. When we talk that we will hop like frog, or if you say him to hop like frog, the child will enjoy it. When we say I will अगर बताते हैं कि मैं कॉकरोच की तरह चलूंगी, the child will enjoy it. बच्चे को खुशी होगी, वो बहुत हंसेगा, वो नाम सुन के कॉकरोच का बहुत हंसेगा. ठीक है. So हमें ये सारी जो चीजें आपको बोरिंग लग सकती है, आपको लग सकता है कि ये नहीं यूज किया हो रहा है, बट वो चीजें बच्चे के लिए बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. वो बच्चा उससे खुश हो रहा है, और हमें क्या करना है, पहले उसे खुश करना है और उसके बाद आप उसको पढ़ा सकते हैं. पढ़ाना नहीं है. इट्स नॉट लाइक यू विल गिव देम नॉलेज ऑफ ABCD 1 2 3 4, गिव डॉटेड लाइन रिटन एज 4 एंड let him write 50 times or 25 times. That is not pre-primary education is. वो 5 बार लिखेगा, 25 बार लिखेगा, वो नहीं. Instead of that, इन सब के बदले आपको बच्चे में साइंटिफिक टेम्परामेंट या उसके अंदर क्यूरियोसिटी उसको जगानी है. Tell him to उनको बताइए कोई भी वाटर, ऑयल, जेली, जैम, कुछ भी को फ्रीज करने के लिए. Tell him to do that. Okay. When the child will freeze those things, that may not be interesting to you, but the child will enjoy it. He will he will keep that things to the fridge. take it back again and look at the things whether it's come to its normal stage or not, and again he will keep it back to the fridge, and again he will keep it take it out and he will look at the things. The child will enjoys it. For that we don't need to give them jar or some gases to for the experiments. उस बच्चे को हमको जार एक्सपेरिमेंट करवाना है ऐसा नहीं देना है। वो बच्चा ये सोच पा रहा है कि क्या क्या चीज उसमें जम पा रहा है, फ्रीज हो पा रहा है, that exactly we want, हम इतना ही चाह रहे हैं। सोशियो इमोशनल डेवलपमेंट, सेल्फ कंट्रोल ऑफ द चाइल्ड, उस बच्चे का किसी भी स्थिति में कंट्रोल कैसा है खुद पे। ओके, कम्युनिकेशन विद अदर्स, रिलेशन विद अदर्स, ये सारी चीजें इसके अंदर आती है। आर्टिस्टिक डेवलपमेंट, दैट चाइल्ड कैसा the participants have started speaking something. Okay, then check. Okay, then communication development, so literacy, language, 1 2 3 4 ABC. ये सारी बातें आपका इसमें आती हैं। Methodology, that we have to discuss today, is a system of methods that we apply to make him learn or do anything that comes under the methods that we use in our class, whether it's playway method, experiential method, it can be of different methods are here, like activity-based method, when we let him do some activities. I will show you some pictures also. Playway learning, it's very common in India and in other countries also. Playway learning बच्चे के लिए सबसे ज़्यादा हम कह सकते हैं beneficial होता है, क्योंकि because those kids love to play, and by the time they are playing, we can make him learn many things, right? So video. Then comes activity based learning. क्या आप बता सकते हैं कि इनमें जो एक्टिविटीज दिया गया है, जो पिक्चर्स दिए गए हैं, वो क्या करवाया गया है? First picture is a picture of a tomato. Which kind of work you can see in that picture? किस तरह का वर्क आपको उस पिक्चर में दिखाया जा रहा है? क्या करवाया गया है बच्चे से? My question is, what he has done and with the help of which object he has done something. It's quite different, right? It's not a simple drawing. Yes, please, ma'am. Please. ये तो हम इसे सीख रहे हैं. माय क्वेश्चन इज, मैं जानना चाहती हूँ कि जैसे ये पिक्चर जो आप देख रहे हैं, तो ये टोमेटो का पिक्चर है. इसमें पैटर्न्स दिख रहा है, डिफरेंट एक पैटर्न, ठीक है. वो किसी चीज से बनाया गया होगा, बच्चे ने बनाया होगा. वो क्या किया है, वो किस चीज से बनाया है? थैंक यू मैम. ये पेपर पे, थैंक यू. यस, इसमें लेडी फिंगर को कलर में डिप करके बच्चे ने ये पैटर्न बनाया है टोमेटो पे. देन थैंक यू मैम. देन द सेकंड पिक्चर इज अबाउट वोवेल साउंड. Then the child has created a doll. Then again, with the help of a matchstick, he has created a sun. With the help of matchstick, he can create, and you can create many things. Okay, here it's a paper collage work. The child has cut or tore the paper into small pieces. Then he has pasted those pieces of paper on this drawing. Can you tell me why we used to practice these things? Because this is the question that parents will often ask you. पेरेंट्स आपको हमेशा बोलेंगे कि क्यों ऐसा काम करवा रहे हैं, बच्चे को ABCD सिखा नहीं रहे हैं, बच्चा आया है कुछ तो पढ़ नहीं रहा है, उसको कभी भिंडी से करवा रहे हैं, कभी पेंसिल से करवा रहे हैं, कभी कुछ चिपका रहे हैं. क्यों करवा रहे हैं? कोई कारण होगा जो हम इसको ये करवा रहे हैं बच्चों से. क्यों करवाते हैं? Those ma'am, you are teaching in nursery or UKG? Ma'am, are you teaching in pre-primary classes in your school? Then you must have practiced these kind of activity with your children, right? Can you tell me why we used to practice these activities? To make that lesson more interesting. And is there any benefits of doing these activities? Yes.
Develop their sense of understanding.
Yes, thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am. Of course, to develop the... Yes, thank you, ma'am. To develop their understanding, correct. To encourage them to make that lesson interesting, it's also correct. And the scientific fact behind this is to develop their muscles. हम बच्चे से एक्टिविटी इसलिए कराते हैं क्योंकि जब बच्चा हमारे पास आता है, the 3 years child, वो उसके जो मसल्स होते हैं, फिंगर्स मसल जो उसके होते हैं, वो फुल्ली डेवलप नहीं होते, वो प्रॉपरली ग्रोन नहीं होता. ठीक है, बहुत सारे जगह पे ये गलती की जाती है कि तभी उनको पेंसिल दे दिया जाता है and the child is forced to write within the line proper A 1 2 3 4 in the that stretch of 1 hour or 2 hours, उसको वो लिखना रहता है 1 2 3 4 लिखना रहता है, जिसके कारण क्या होता है, what happens when the child reach in class 1 and 2, then we find that child can't means we get a child with less ideas. हम ऐसा देखते हैं कि जब वो बच्चा 1 2 में गया तो उसके पास कुछ आइडियाज ज्यादा नहीं है, एंड हिज मसल्स आर नॉट फुल्ली ग्रोन, और उसके कारण हमें उनकी हैंडराइटिंग बहुत गंदी दिखती है। आप ये देखते होंगे कि बहुत प्रैक्टिस के बाद भी बहुत बच्चों की हैंडराइटिंग बहुत अच्छी नहीं हो पाती, 1 2 में जाने के बाद भी बच्चों की हैंडराइटिंग अच्छी नहीं होती है। तो लॉजिक बिहाइंड द साइंटिफिक फैक्ट बिहाइंड दीज थिंग इज दैट द मसल्स आर नॉट फुल्ली ग्रोन। वो जब बच्चा किसी भी चीज को मान लेते हैं कि लेडी फिंगर को इस हाथ में दबा करके, फिंगर्स के बीच में दबा करके जब उसको वो बार बार प्रेस करता है, नो डाउट दैट सीम्स वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग फॉर हिम, उसको बहुत मजा आ रहा है क्योंकि वो कुछ अलग कर रहा है, ही इज डूइंग समथिंग एडल्ट, उसको लगता है कि वो कुछ बड़ा वाला काम कर रहा है, उसको बहुत अच्छा लगता है। और जब वो इस फिंगर्स पे जब स्ट्रेस पड़ता है तो इसके कारण क्या होता है, उसका ये फिंगर मसल्स जो होता है वो डेवलप होता है, जिसके कारण बच्चे की हैंडराइटिंग बहुत अच्छी होती है। द साइंस बिहाइंड दिस एक्टिविटी इज दैट। Then experiential learning, we have done a session on this topic. So to elaborate this, I don't think is necessary. Experiential learning is in practice, and NEP gives stress on this also, that we have to make him experienced everything. बच्चे को कोई भी चीज को वो टच करके, अगर गर्म पानी, आप जितना बार एक बच्चे को बोलेंगे ये गर्म पानी इसको मत छूना, बच्चा उसको छूने जाएगा। So nature of a child, उसका नेचर वो छुएगा। आपको हमें ही बोला जाता है कोई बात ये नहीं करना है, द क्यूरियोसिटी कम्स इन आवर माइंड, व्हाट इज देयर इन दैट बॉक्स दैट यू आर टेलिंग मी नॉट टू ओपन दैट, ऐसा उस बॉक्स में क्या जो मुझे कह रहे हो नहीं खोलना है, आई वांट टू सी। ये दिस इज द नेचर ऑफ दिस, द चाइल्ड विल वांट्स टू लर्न। आप जैसे बच्चे को बोलेंगे नहीं करना है, वो बच्चा से नहीं मना की है, इसमें कुछ है, आई वांट टू नो, बच्चा उसको जानना चाहेगा। बट द टाइम ही टच दैट, जब उसको बच्चा टच करेगा, इसका मतलब नहीं है कि बच्चे को जला देना है, ठीक है, बच्चे की सेफ्टी का पूरा ध्यान रखना है, लेकिन he has to experience the things. Instead of showing the cutout of a mango, if it is possible for us, we can provide them a real mango. Let them taste the mango. The child will never forget that. Through rhymes and storytelling, it's very common, and if you will keep repeating the same rhyme for 2-3 days, that I said that the child is a natural language learner. The child will pick up the pattern of that language and he will learn those rhymes and the story also, and that will be beneficial for his daily life too. If possible, then by taking them outside, we can take them outside, and if we have temple around our house, around our school, we can take that child to that temple. The child can go and explore. बच्चा वो टेम्पल में जा सकता है, उसको वो सारी चीजें दिखाई देंगी। आप जिस चीज को हम जो उनको पिक्चर दिखा के बताएंगे कि ये भगवान है, ये भगवान है, इनके पास सरस्वती माता है, इनके पास ये सारी चीजें हैं, इनको ये फूल है, ये यहाँ पे ये सारी चीजें हैं, जो आप हम उनको पिक्चर दिखा के बताएंगे, वो उनको टेम्पल दे अगर पास में है तो हम उनको ले जा सकते हैं। ओके, तो समटाइम्स इट्स नॉट every day, you can't do this, by taking them outside. These are some classroom games. For this, I request a few of the teachers to please come up on stage. At least four of you, please come on stage. Why you all are worrying? It's a small game now. The child will love it, and I'm not going to ask you something very big that you will not know the answer. One more, please. puzzles based on community helpers. What we have to do, we have to break it into small pieces, and then we will give it to groups. इसको आपको ज्वाइन करना है, आपको ढूंढना है कौन सा किसके साथ जाएगा, किस कम्युनिटी हेल्पर के साथ जाएगा, आपको ज्वाइन करना है, और जो ग्रुप सबसे जल्दी करेगा दैट ग्रुप विल बी द विनर। उसको ज्वाइन करना होता है।
Start.
The puzzles are given to the teachers. They have to join those puzzles. And whoever will do the activity first, that group will be the winner. ये बीच में जाएगा, ये बीच में जाएगा, ये बीच में जाएगा, वो बड़ा वाला बीच में जाएगा। Clap for the group. Yeah, I know your names.
Myself, Alicia.
Disha ma'am and
Niranjan Kumar.
Niranjan sir.
But
No, but you have to join those puzzles, right? You have to make like this. ऐसे puzzles आपको join करना है. So, हेयर ड्रेसर को किन किन चीजों की जरूरत होती है, ये सारा इसमें सेट करना है। देखिए इसमें ये बच्चे को ये नहीं बताना है कि है हमारे पास बहुत सारी चीजें हैं, बट 1 घंटे में दिखाना पॉसिबल नहीं होगा। थैंक यू। So, इसमें बच्चा ये नहीं जानेगा कि शेफ को क्या क्या चीज चाहिए, ये सिखाना नहीं है। he will notice how to adjust those puzzles. उनको ये बात दिखाई देगा कि puzzles को कैसे सेट करना है। he will know the pattern. we are just focusing on that. हम लोग उस पे फोकस कर रहे हैं। then moving to the next, we have the musical instrument. Like, ऐसा हम लोगों को लगेगा कि इसमें तो नहीं, इससे म्यूजिक नहीं निकला, इससे पैटर्न्स नहीं निकले, इससे ये ट्यून नहीं बना। बच्चे को इससे कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता, उसको सिर्फ मजा आ रहा है, इससे आवाज आ रही है, उसको ये अच्छा लग रहा है, और हम क्या कर रहे हैं, उसका मसल्स ग्रोथ हो रहा है, उसका म्यूजिकल जो हम ग्रोथ चाहते हैं वो हो रहा है। ठीक है। Then they can sing also. Okay, it's also for their musical development. The child will enjoy it. Then there are many things like abacus kind of things. This you can see. You can give them the beads, smaller beads, and you can tell them to arrange those beads according to the colors, or even the child, if the child don't understand the name of the color, then still he will see the same beads and then he will put it to the correct place. बच्चे को अगर कलर नहीं भी पता है, ये नहीं कहा जा रहा है कि बच्चे को कलर बताइए, बच्चे को पता होना चाहिए कि ग्रीन है ये, ग्रीन ही है ये. तो चाइल्ड विल लर्न दैट, वो सीखेगा उसको धीरे धीरे. ठीक है, उसको कोई भी चीज फोर्सफुली नहीं बतानी है. Then it's a shadow matching. So if I will do the activities, it will take more time. So it's a shadow matching. We have the shadow of the animals and the picture of the animals too. They have to look at the shadow and then they have to adjust the puzzles. Then moving to the next, it's very interesting and useful for them. It's a book. Instead of we give them the book of A, B, C, D, and even the child feels so bored. This book, see, whatever you will touch,
Like Harley the Magic. Moving like a film across like a hall like creek. Like IBM like unpacked car. The twinkling far off star. My chicken golden eyes of fire. Blinking clothes that take us tired. The numbers on my clock glow red. And safe and cozy in my bed. E. D. A. H.
known as ebook. So there are many things which can help us to help the child to learn many through activities. It's a small video of our school. Child busy in doing some activities.
टोटल कर दीजिए 2016 नंबर का।
ये हारमोनियम की आवाज नहीं आ रही है, बज रहा है।
मतलब शरीर का खराब हो जाता है तो उसको लाना
Remember flow, that first we have to make him listen, then speak, okay, read and write. The flow must have to go on. Instead of when they enters the school, instead of giving the pencil in their hand and let him write and force him to write whatever ABCD or 1 2 3 4, we have to focus on that when the child enters the school, he is showing you the capability that he can speak and listen first. Then we have to work on those skills first. The children learn with different experiences. They learn by exploring things, by practicing, by looking at his classmates, by tactile activities, by playing, or in a pair group or small group, large group. We all know the benefits of these activities. When the children work in a group, then he developed the ability of self-confidence and moreover decision making and more. Planning for the activities, actually we have to, whenever we enter the class, then we have to plan for the activity that we are going to practice with them that day. For them, we have to keep in mind that the instruction should be short. We should not give them the instruction of 10, 12 lines. The child will forget that. He will not be able to do. Your instruction should be short, so that he can keep that instruction in mind and follows your instruction to complete the work. Then give proper time and space to do that activity. The activity should not exceed 20 to 25 minutes because the child will get bored after that. Then that activity should be well planned and prepared. You should prepare everything needed for that activities and choose the suitable activity for the kids according to their age. Suppose the child is of 4 age, then don't select the activity that is suitable for 6 years old child. Right, that will not be beneficial for that class. Classroom management is also very necessary. Create a welcoming, engaging environment. If you will go to the class by such a way that child will see that if my teacher is sad today, or she or he is furious, the child will not feel welcomed. Right, I told you before only, the child loves to laugh. बच्चों को हंसना बहुत पसंद होता है. तो ऐसे में अगर आप क्लास में गुड मॉर्निंग चिल्ड्रन, तो चाइल्ड उसको नहीं मजा आएगा, उसको खुशी नहीं मिलेगी. बट सीधी सी बात यह है कि बच्चे को उस काम में मजा आना चाहिए. ठीक है, सिंपल लैंग्वेज इज दिस कि उसको खुशी मिलनी चाहिए वो काम करके. एंड कभी भी बच्चे जो काम कर रहे हैं, प्लीज डोंट कीप देम आस्किंग कि क्या कर रहे हो. हम लोगों को लगता है कि if a child is exploring, if a child is working with something, then we should ask him that what you are doing. If we will keep asking some question, the child will learn. Right, we think कि बच्चा अगर कर रहा है, हम लोग पूछेंगे उससे तो बच्चा कुछ सीखेगा. No, it's not correct. बच्चा जो कर रहा है उसको करने दीजिए. So nature of a child, जब आप एक बच्चे को गाड़ी, अपने घर में भी जब आप किसी बच्चे को एक छोटा सा टॉय, सपोज टॉय कार आप उसको ला के देते हैं, तब थोड़ा देर बच्चा उससे खेलता है, उसके बाद वो उसको खोल देगा और फिर उसको खोल के उसके सारे पार्ट्स अलग कर देगा. प्लीज थिंक कि ये आपके रिलेटेबल है. एक्सक्यूज मी. फिर वो सारे पार्ट्स को जॉइंट करने की कोशिश करेगा, लेकिन जब वो खोलने लगा तभी आप कहेंगे नहीं नहीं खोलना नहीं है, छोड़ दो. बाधा दिया ना, सीख पाएगा बच्चा. अगर वो कर रहा है तो उसे डिस्टर्ब, या यू शुड नॉट आस्क क्वेश्चन एट द सेम टाइम, तभी आपको नहीं पूछना है. ओके, गिव देम देयर पर्सनल, गिव स्पेस फॉर देयर पर्सनल स्टफ, then make a chaos free environment, and please choose the TLM appropriate and according to their needs and abilities. Okay, and the things should be kept within the children's reach. It's very important. हम बच्चे के लिए कोई सामान रख रहे हैं और वो उसके रीच के ऊपर है, the child will not be able to get that thing himself. बच्चा उसको खुद से उठा के नहीं ले सकता. ठीक है, तो ऐसा नहीं करना है, चीजें बच्चे के रीच पे रहनी चाहिए। अब ऐसा नहीं है कि सारी चीजें हम उसके रीच पे रख देंगे, कुछ चीजें जो है कि वो थोड़ा दूर रह सकता है, लेकिन जो चीजें वो यूज कर रहे हैं उनको उनके रीच पे रहने दीजिए। लेट द चाइल्ड बी इंडिपेंडेंट। See, the methods that we use and choose for to make them learn have many benefits also. It's increase their moral values. It's the pre-primary education forms a bridge for the formal education. ये एक ब्रिज का काम करता है, हम उनको फॉर्मल एजुकेशन के लिए रेडी करते हैं। ओके, तो boost their confidence, उनके कॉन्फिडेंस लेवल को बढ़ाता है। Learn while they plays and learn. Okay, then it makes them sensitive towards their surrounding. The child will become very sensitive towards what is happening in his surroundings. He will love to help his classmates. It's very important that there should be a proper bonding. There should be a partnership between the home and the school, teacher and the parents. Because the child, when the child teacher, pre-primary teacher used to go for the school for 3 hours, and by going to the toilet, lunch break, and many other breaks, then the child, that teachers get in here, you can say only 300 to 400 hours. Rest of the time, child remains at home. In that time, he sleeps 8 to 10 hours, and then still eating, sleeping, playing. After that, the parents has at least 1400 to 2000 hours in a year. Okay, so I argue that there should be a partnership. There are many works that you cannot do with the strength of 20 children at school. That should be a partnership to the home also. That there are few works that only parents can do. Suppose that the experiment that I say that let them freeze something, ice cube, oil, water, jelly, whatever, that you can't do at school. Okay. So there should be a partnership between you and the parent. And if this partnership, if you will like this, then who is going to harm? The child. पार्टनरशिप नहीं रहा, अगर स्कूल और अच्छी बॉन्डिंग नहीं रहती है तो बच्चे को परेशानी होती है। Parents should know about the development of the children and the need of the children. I'm not talking about the parents. If you will say that we have the parents that know everything. So there are many parents who don't know what to give to the child. बहुत सारे parents ऐसे हैं जिनको नहीं पता है, ठीक है? So we have to think about everyone, right? So उनको अपना environment, home environment means affect the growth of the child, and how parents should behave with the children, and what kind of toys should be given to the child. These knowledge should be given to the parent also. Then we are not using same method for everyone to learn, because we know that the child that we have in our class have different abilities. हम बच्चे को पढ़ाने के लिए same method use नहीं करते हैं. Then why we want to use same method for the assessment? Assessment के लिए same method use करेंगे क्यों? अगर बच्चा पढ़ाते वक्त same ability की नहीं है, we are using different methods, then why we will use same method for assessment? Okay, and the assessment for the pre-primary kids, it should be continuous. Not you will complete A to Z. For you will use for that you will use 3 months, and after that you will take test of the child. That the child will forget. That's forgetting cycle. Right? When you complete a topic, after completing the topic, there should be an assessment. So I'm not saying about written assessment. Okay, for pre-primary kids, there should not be only written assessment. Okay, whatever you have taught, it depends on that. On the basis of your teaching, the assessment will vary, and the method of assessment will also vary. the method of assessment will also not be same every time. And last, our aim is to move from this teacher-centered class to child-centered class. In the first picture, you can see a teacher is saying something. I have not given the picture of the children. It means the children are not active in that class. The teacher is active only. The teacher is speaking, speaking, and speaking. The child, we can't imagine the child is gathering the information or the child is understanding anything or not. So our aim is to shift from this picture to this one. Okay. Thank you. I hope the session will be beneficial for you. हमारे पास, thank you. हमारे पास एक लैब है जहाँ पर कि बच्चों की सारी सुविधाएं बच्चों के लिए बनाया गया है for pre-primary kids. If you want, you can visit there and have a look.
Thank you, Jagrati, for your such a nice session. And as I had informed you that now the training in-house training session will start from 8th